Free education. A complete DAV solution.
DAV School. Class 5. Social Science. Lesson 2. Human Migration. Something to know. A. Tick the correct option. 1. What is regular movement of people from one place to another known as? A. Migration. B. Traveling. C. Movements. Answer. Migration. 2. People were unable to travel abroad in olden times due to a. Myths. B. Lack of money. C. Lack of transportation. Answer. Myth. 3. What is migration due to natural disaster known as? A. Forced migration. B. Voluntary migration. C. Seasonal migration. Answer. Forced migration. 4. Growing crops on a new piece of land once the fertility gets exhausted is a. Seasonal agriculture. B. Shifting agriculture. C. Commercial agriculture. Answer. Shifting agriculture. Blanks. 1. Mankind and migration have been linked to each other since ancient times. 2. Voluntary migration. Migration is when people move to another place on their own wish. 3. In September 2014, Kashmir Valley saw devastating floods. 4. Migration is like a chain. 5. In earlier times, migration was carried out within a limited area. C. State whether true/false. 1. The settled life began only when the man became a food producer. True. 2. People were scared to travel to faraway places in olden times. True. 3. The laborers moved to cities for jobs and better wages. True. 4. Migrates brings happiness to many people. True. D. Answer these questions in brief. Question 1. What do you mean by the term migration? Answer. Migration means systematic or regular movement of people from one place to another. Migration may occur within the country as well as outside the county. Question 2. What is shifting agriculture? Answer. When man became a food producer, he started growing crops on a piece of land till the soil was fertile. Then he moved to a new patch of land. This type of practice of growing crops was known as shifting agriculture. Question 3. Name the 2 types of forced migration. Answer. I. Migration caused due to a natural disaster like flood, earthquake, etc. E. Migration caused due to man-made disasters like fire, drought, etc. Question 4. Name the river which caused floods in Kashmir in the year 2014. Answer. River Jhelum caused floods in Kashmir in the year 2014. Question 5. Name 2 things that changed the orthodox thinking of people. Answer. 2 things that change the orthodox thinking of people are: 1. Education, logical thinking and contact with other countries. 2. British influence. E. Answer these questions. Question 1. Briefly highlights the 3 types of migration. Answer. The 3 types of migration are voluntary, seasonal and forced. 1. Voluntary migration. This type of migration occurs when people move to another place on their own wish or choice. It may be for better job, educational opportunities, or to be close to their family or friends in another village, town, city, state or country. 2. Seasonal migration. This type of migration takes place when people move to another place during sowing and harvesting season. 3. Forced migration. This migration takes place when people are compelled to settle in new places due to a natural disaster like floods, earthquake, etc. and man-made disasters like fire, drought. Question 2. List 3 hardships that the migrants face. Answer. The migrants face several hardships. For example, 1. They have to live without basic amenities like shelter, sanitation or safe drinking water. 2. The migrant women have to work hard. 3. The children of the migrants do not get education and are forced to go astray. 4. Many migrants do not get any work and hence, they start begging to fill their stomach. Question 3. Migration brings happiness to many people. Explain with 2 examples. Answer. Migration has its positive aspects too. It brings happiness to many people. They get opportunity to see new places, experience climate that suits them, learn about new customs, traditions, cuisines, dresses, dances, music, etc. These things give them immense pleasure. They enjoy life in foreign land. Question 4. Suppose you have to migrate to another city. List 2 preparations that you will make. Answer. In such a situation, many preparations are required to be made, out of which 2 are given below. 1. First of all, we will have to make arrangements for the transportation of the household things. 2. Then we will find a suitable and affordable accommodation in the new place. Question 5. What facilities are needed by people in case of a disaster? Answer. The life of people becomes pathetic whenever a disaster, whether natural or man-made, takes place. They become homeless in seconds and are forced to take shelter in relief camps. They need our support in such a situation. The facilities that they need are: 1. Safety. The safe place to survive. 2. Basic amenities. The basic amenities such as shelter, sanitation, food and water. Value-based questions. Heavy rains and floods caused a disaster in Meghalaya where your best friend lives. After listening to the news, you want to help his family and the people who lost everything in the disaster. What kind of help can you offer in their hour of need? Answer. I will immediately reach the disaster-affected area and will extend my sincere help to the government and NGOs in discharging their duties in such movements. I will do my best in extending relief to the affected. This includes search and rescue operation, provision of food, clothing, shelter and medicine to the victims. I will take special care of the old and the disabled people. I will stay there for a couple of weeks so that I can visit some local schools to gather students' support. Something to do. 1. Interview a rickshaw puller in your city and find out the place that he belongs to. List the hardships that he had to face when he migrated to the city. 2. Find out the names of some organizations that help the victims of natural calamities. ANS. 1. The United Nations and its organizations. 2. The International Federation of Red Cross Crescent Societies. 3. The International Committee of the Red Cross. 4. International non-governmental agencies. 5. National organizations. 3. Suppose one of your family members has to move away to a distant place. What are the things that she would be worried about?
Answer. He should be worried about the following things: climate and environment, availability of place to live, accessibility and transportation, availability of basic amenities. Question 4. Find out the difference between an immigrant and an emigrant. Answer. Immigrant. An immigrant is a person who has come to live permanently in a country that not their own. Emigrant. An emigrant is a person who leaves their country to live in another.
अगर आपने अभी तक मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करें और अधिक से अधिक स्टूडेंट्स और टीचर्स को शेयर करें। बेल आइकन को जरूर से प्रेस करें ताकि जैसे ही कोई नया एजुकेशनल वीडियो आए तो आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाए। थैंक यू।